right, welcome back. How can you keep your sanity this holiday season? You have trouble day to day, especially if you're traveling with kids, and save some money doing it. Well, local author and mom, Amy Sampson, says yes, you can do both.
That's right. Amy wrote the book Mammamania, Managing the Craze of 0 to 5-year-olds, and she's joining us with some helpful tips for parents. We're so glad you're here.
Yeah, yes,
thanks for coming in.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
What made you write the book? Let's start there. Let me guess, you had kids and you were going crazy and you said, I got to help other people?
Exactly. I had 3 babies at home and I didn't have any idea how to manage them myself. Just going to a simple grocery store outing was a challenge, getting through the parking lot. And so I thought the tips that I would come up with, that I came up with just struggling, maybe some moms and dads would benefit from what I came up with, so I put it in a book.
Good for you.
Now, Fraser's got 2 boys.
Yes.
And they're high energy, not toddlers anymore, though.
No, they're 8 and 10, almost 8 and 10.
Huh. So you've compiled a whole book of tips, right? Next week, everyone's in the car. It could be it could be 3 or 4 hour trip, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So what do you got in there in the arsenal of how we can keep these kids under control?
Whether you're driving or flying, if it's ours, what do we do?
Right. Well, I say I have a chapter on travel. In my travel chapter, I go through all the different things you can do while you're traveling with your young kids. But I like to say, keep it simple and try to keep it cheap if you can. The way to keep it simple is just bring, I say bring only the things you absolutely need on a flight, which is to keep them busy. And if you need baby equipment, rent it on the other end. There are several sites that you can go to that actually rent baby equipment. So it costs a lot of money to bring these things on a flight. So don't take the porta-crib, don't take the high chair, rent that on the other end. It costs $40 for a week. And it costs you $120 on a flight to check it.
You know, we used to go through that all the time when we were traveling the kids and they were young, and you have all that equipment that you need to take with you. We used to call it, if we were visiting family, we call ahead, get in with the other brothers and sisters and their kids and say, hey, do you have a pack and play or do you have a high chair that we can use? Because I'll tell you what, that is absolutely a zoo, heading to the airport with all of that stuff in tow and 2 small kids. What kind of things can you bring for the kids if you're traveling about? I mean, my kids are the point now where, you know, it's the DSi or it's the PSP or something. But what if they're not that age?
The DSi?
You know.
The DSi.
What is a DSi?
Nintendo DSi.
There really is a DSi? Oh, man, I'm getting old now.
I'm not
PSP.
at that level yet. I'm not at that level. My kids are still, you know, young. 4,
right, so what do you do for
6.
those younger ones?
So what you do for the younger ones, you bring the books on CD, you bring the DVDs, as many DVDs as you can. I say all the rules go out the window when you're traveling with young children. You just have to hold on to the rules until you get home. They can watch as much TV as they want. You can give them as many lollipops as they need, just to keep it sane on your flight. You know, without kids, and you're traveling without kids, you hear your kids screaming and yelling, you just wish their parents would be doing something.
I actually feel sorry for those parents because, you know, it's got to be uncomfortable for them too, with, you know, a child that just is screaming and screaming and screaming.
Well, bring some lollipops with you next time. You'd be a hit.
Help out a little bit.
Yeah, come on.
Don't just sit in 23G
don't let the parents do the whole thing.
And read your magazine.
You're not supposed to
get up out of the seat.
You can't take candy from strangers. Everybody knows that.
See, I wouldn't look at people like you, because if my kids are screaming, I don't want to, you know, even make eye contact with you.
Because it's embarrassing.
Because it's embarrassing. So I say bring as many DVDs, and that keeps them busy, and games and toys that they like that are quiet, not the loud, obnoxious toys.
Unless you really want to tip
And also
people
headphones. Headphones for if you have you just stick the headphones in your laptop with your DVD and peace and quiet.
Now, you're talking about renting equipment or getting equipment on the other end, but you also had here a home swap site. What's that?
Yes, Home Exchange.
Yeah.
I'm a member of a Home Exchange. It costs $99 a year for Home Exchange. And what you do is you put your home up wherever you're living, if you're usually as a homeowner, and you can go to another site and find out where you want to stay. So for instance, if I want to go to Maine and stay on the coast with my kids, then I get on and search and just type in Maine, and it pulls up all of the homes that are offered for free. And it's a free site. So, well, it's $99, but you can stay for free in somebody else's home. They stay in your home, you stay in their home. So I want to go to Maine in the, you know, in the nice months, the summer months, and stay. They want to come here and ski in the winter. You swap homes. Sometimes you can do a simultaneous exchange, which would be a lot easier. They come here and you go there at the same time. But you get the comforts of home. You don't have to worry about hotels.
You don't have to bring all that stuff.
You don't have to bring all the stuff because the stuff's already there. Some people actually include their car in their home exchange. Cool. So you don't even have to rent a car.
I happen to know some people who did that when they were traveling abroad over in Europe. Some people from there would come and they would swap.
It's the same thing. And they
you would have a problem. Nobody's going to want to go to your parents' basement
Yeah, I remember.
in exchange for a house on the coast.
It's
of
a
Maine.
it's garden view is
I'll
what
bet
they call it.
Yeah.
The garden view apartment.
Maybe a college student or something.
Yeah.
She knows me well. Hey, we're short on time, but what about taking the train? What's that all about?
Yes, Amtrak. Amtrak offers kids under age 12, between 5 and 12, a half-price ticket if they're going with an adult that has a full fare. So you can travel, your kids can travel half price, you travel full price. So if you can get, good deal, you have time, you want the experience of traveling by train, you want to see the view, it's a great way to travel.
Good idea.
That's awesome.
Good idea. Hey, I want to let everybody know the websites and the stuff that Amy just talked about. We'll put all the information on our website, kdvr.com. We also wanted to mention that you're hosting I understand, a 24-hour event going on now at amazon.com to raise awareness about child abuse and neglect. And she's donating half the sales of her new book to the Kemp Foundation here in Denver. And that lasts just for the next 24 hours. What's the cutoff time?
Yes, the cutoff is midnight.
Midnight tonight.
Yes.
So we encourage people, if you want to get a hold of this book and do some good at the same time, just go to our website. We'll have all the information there. Amy, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
That's
It's great.
a great idea.
It's great to be here.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll be right back.